Whereas when we come to row 4 onwards, structure develops from left, it comes highest up to 10. That is nickel, palladium. I am talking about now. Row 4, calcarea, potassium. Row 5, strontium, silver line. Row 6, gold line. So, calcarea line, silver line, gold line. As we grow from left to right, structure develops highest in column 10, and then again structure falls from 11th onwards. I will talk about it little later about the columns, but if we come to the row 4, child is having its own identity, own choice. Now he has to go to school. Right and wrong is very important. Money is very important. Security is very important. I need to develop mass. I need to have family. I need to have relation. I need to have stability. Theft, robbers, police, security, attack, animals. These all becomes important in row 4. In Kali, totally dependent on a structure for security, family. I can't stay separately after marriage. One lady of 40 years can say, because I need family members. I need family for going to doctor, earning money, taking care of the children. In some adverse situation, whatever happens, I can't stay independently. I need family. This is Kali. Kali patient usually too much dependent on doctor. Every week they will come to you, they will phone you. And the main feeling of Kali is, doctor is also their family member. They will fight with you, but they will never leave you. You ask, how is your chief complaint? Not better. How are you feeling in general? Not better. How is your sleep? Not better. Appetite? Not improved. How do you feel? Not better. And you see your case record form, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years have passed, but patient is not leaving you. Then doubt Kali. The beautiful rubric is company desires for, yet treats them outrageously. Kali ka we will get. Synthetic repertory rubric. Or quarrels with bread and butter. And unfortunately, Kali patient thinks physician as their family member. So constantly they fight, but they will not leave you. Carbon feeling, startled from noise. Kali Kav has this strong feeling. Lot of anxiety if child comes late, servant doesn't come. Lot of problem if husband comes late. Too much dependent on husband for financial matter mainly. This is Kali. Column 1, too much dependent. Now I will touch the column side by side. First column, Kali, totally dependent, incapable to do something on my own. Calcarea, column 2, I can do something on my own. The child will sleep alone. Mother, father is staying in another room at night. Moment there is one lightning or one dream, child will run to mother's room. This is Calcarea. Like a tent-like structure. With someone is backing me. I know I can be a homeopath, but my father or teacher is guiding me. So I can be a homeopath. I can earn money, but if there is a loss, I need backing from my brother or my father. This is Calcarea. Lot of fear of pain, fear of suffering, fear of animals, dog, injection, talks about rat, fire, murder, lot of sweat, strong desire for non-veg or aversion, very, very sensitive to cruelty, desire for indigestible things. These are very strong feature of Calcarea. And the main feeling is, I can do something, but I need a backup. This is the main important theme of Calcarea. Next is Scandium. Again, it is below alumina. Column 3. Main feature should be, again, there should be lot of confusion. Confusion in the situation of security. Again, Sneha has a good case of Scandium, I think. You narrate. Recording Sneha पे रखो ना, उसमें अच्छा रहेगा जब स्नेहा बोल रहे हैं, कैमरा उधर उस साइड पे.
4, and he was having a lot of side effects
Start from
even
beginning.
after surgery.
Start from
Hello?
beginning. Start from
Yes,
beginning.
sir. I'll do that. Yeah. We had a case of a 45-year-old homeopath who consulted us a year back. So he was already operated, but there was a recurrence of the glioblastoma even after surgery. So he was already taking chemo, radio, but there was a lot of vision problems. There were gait problems. His left eye vision was almost lost, and he could not clearly see where he was going. I mean, he could not make out the surroundings very clearly. He always needed some person to be with him. And if you ask him about his history, he started off very strangely with this: my main fear is that everyone will blame me. So what is blaming? So he said, I am afraid of taking any responsibility, taking any decision, because in my mind I'm always confused. And what is this confusion about? He said it is about very basic things, day-to-day matters. Should I live alone or should I not live alone? Should I tell my wife to do this? Should I not? If there is some household decision to be taken, if there is some financial decision to be taken, if there is some decision regarding his career. He was successful as a person, but he says that, in my career also my wife is my backbone, my brother is my backbone, because brother supports me financially. He also looks out to his father-in-law for support, like financial, for emotional, for financial purposes when he's needing that. And the main thing about him was he was very attached to his mother. He said that if something were to happen to mother, I cannot just accept it. So I would be completely dependent. And when you ask about what is dependence for him, he said that it is almost as if you are depending on mother for daily decisions. She guides you what is right, what is not right. And same is the fear for him, that if something happens to me, what will happen to my children? Because then there would be no one to guide them as to what is right, what is wrong, about daily matters of life, like about your moral responsibilities, about finance, how do you live life. So that was the basic thing for him. So he said that if I do something, I feel like I'm committing a crime. And there were a lot of fears of being dependent on someone financially, and which he was in fact, but there was still this fear. And there was also fear that someone is coming from behind the dark, that he may be killed, so he doesn't go uh, alone at night. Also, he had dream of being to Jammu and Kashmir on Dal Sarovar, but there were no warm clothes, and the family was taken ill. And he says that apart from this, there is main fear of responsibility, of taking some wrong decision, as I said. Then is also fear of high places. So as we see in this case, there is basically many issues of row 4, as sir said. The main issues of row 4 being finance, day-to-day responsibility, fear of right and wrong. And as you see, the main thing about it is confusion, not being able to decide. And whenever there is confusion, he again needs a backing up, which is in the form of his brother, his father-in-law, his wife. So anxiety about children. So the main thing about him was row 4 and column 3 features. So he was given scandium along, of course, with carcinosin of brain, which sir sees a lot of cancer patients. So because this was recurring, so he was also given it with alternating doses of carcinosin. But the patient did very well just within 3 months. I remember follow-up being excellent. He said that now I can make out, sir. In fact, the first change, he laughingly came and told me, could you notice I came to the room alone? So that was also an improvement in his vision. And the other thing that he said was, my confusion, doctor, I tell you, is much lesser now. I can now decide things about my career. He said earlier I would have to look if he was writing some book. But he said even I had written the book, but what to do, whether I will, the main thing for him was, will I be able to do or will I not be able to? So I always used to think that will this book be successful? Will it be published well? Which publisher should I go to? So all this fear was resolved. I don't know what is happening, but I know not needed someone else's opinion because my confusion was lesser. So these were the two main changes, and after 6 months, of course, we saw a lot of changes, and his tumor was also not progressive, and then slowly it had shrunk a little bit as well.
Before,
Hello?
yeah, latest MRI shows that it is status quo, not increasing and slowly decreasing. And in general, in his mind everywhere, is much, much better. So that is about scandium. Though there was backup, but confusion was the main feature. In Calcarea, there is no confusion. Here it was confusion where to fall on the father-in-law or father or to do on my own. Confusion is the key word in scandium. If I want to be a homeopath, Kali will say, I'm totally dependent on my father. Calcarea will say, I can do, but I need to refer my difficult cases to my father or teacher. Scandium will say, can I do it? Or better, I give my cases to someone else. I'm confused what to do. In titanium, it is the first clear structure. I know what I want to do. I want to be a homeopath. And I put signboard outside. Anyone decides what he wants to do clearly. This is column 4. Now I am talking about row 4, 5, 6. Calcarea, silver and gold series. As we progress from left to right, in column 4, the issue is about first known structure, first structure where I know what I want to do. There is no confusion and clarity about what I want to do. This is titanium. Next will be again very interesting. Again there is ambiguity in column 5 about ability. Here the confusion in vanadium, especially column 5, is do I have the ability or do I do it now? Shall I do it now or shall I postpone? Too much concerned about the success. In scandium, it is depending on someone or not. Whereas in column 5, it is depending on myself, not depending on someone. It is the ambiguity. Am I have the capability or not? This is the ambiguity. This is the confusion. In short, can I do it? Can I not? This is column 5. In column 3, it is can I do it? Can I depend? This is a very subtle difference, but very, very clear difference between column 3 and column 5. Column 5 knows I want to be homeopath. But can I do it? Difficult cases, so many approaches, top of it sensation method, better I do it next year. This is vanadium. But I know I want to do homeopathy. Next is chromium, column 6. Column 6, all the 3 elements, chromium, molybdenum, tungsten, in respective row, will speak about risk, challenges, structure is becoming more stronger. If I take risk, I can progress. I know cancer cases are challenging. There is a lot of risk. I will work hard. I will take the risk. I want to take the risk and I want to do something about this patient. This is column 6. Lot of risk, lot of difficulty, lot of struggle, but still they want to do their best. They want to work hard. They show efficiency. They take a lot of risk and challenges and they prove and they progress. This is column 6. Column 7, manganese, technetium and rhenium has to do lot about improving. If I am a homeopath, I will read lot of books, I will read lot of cases, I will visit lot of seminars and I will improve my knowledge. The key word of column 7 is improve. A teamwork. They will say collectively we can work. I know someone is good at what, I know someone is bad at work. As a team manager, I know how to extract work from good people, bad people. Whoever is good, I will extract work from him. As a team, I want to progress. This is manganese. Improve and team is the key word for manganese, technetium and rhenium. Next column, column 8 is ferrum. Very, very easy to remember ferrum. Ferrum is hard. Lot of resistance, and in that resistance, I have to progress. For example, this is a situation where in Indian atmosphere, a particular female, say at the age of 28, loves someone. She wants to marry her choice. She wants to marry him, but father says no. Your marriage is fixed with a somewhere near a village. That person is very rich, earning a lot. You should marry him. Even practice is not important, you just marry him. And for the female, this is the feeling, if I get married to my father's choice, I will be finished. I should have my own independent, I must resist the choice. It doesn't matter, I can get separated from my parents, but I will not agree to my parents' decision. I will fight. This is Ferrum. I had a very beautiful case of actually mitral incompetence, where a young lady from a village, parents wanted her to marry a villager. She wanted to marry according to her choice. She resisted it. She flew away. 3 years she didn't talk to parents. Very, very rigid, very, very firm. Lot of anxiety about money, family, children, health. Did fantastically well for so many years with Ferrum force. This is Ferrum. Wants to fight. They always think they are right. Even I had a very interesting case of osmium, where a lot of responsibility will come, and he was very, very firm and rigid about a decision. So that was osmium in a cancer case. Just coming to the osmium row, that is gold series little later, but the whole column has to do with lot of resistance, and they want to fight. They think they are always right. Very, very tough iron, very, very strong. Against resistance they can fight. Boris Becker of Germany, after winning the Wimbledon, this is a gesture. This is a very strong gesture, like hand, stiff hand. I can do it. The toughness of iron. They are very tough. Next column is cobalt, column 9. As I said, column 10 is the perfection. Column 9 is near perfection. Just you are about to finish your project, and one small mistake, by mistake ink spilled, water spilled on your project, and structure is near complete, and before of one mistake you can't be successful. This is the feeling of the cobalt, rhenium, and the other one. So here the main feeling, for example, this is vital force. If I want to see iridium, that is the main feeling. The structure is near perfect, but little short of perfect. I am near success. What if I make a mistake? What if I don't succeed? And lot of self-doubt. Cobalt has a feeling, something like delusion. He has done something wrong thing. He is a criminal and people know about him. This is a kind of self-doubt of cobalt. So structure is near complete, but some mistake at the end. This is the feeling of column 9. And column 10, this is the highest. Structure is complete. Nickelum, palladium, platina, lot of ego. Nickelum feeling is, I am the policeman. It is my duty to protect others. In Nickelum proving, Dr. Shankaran got the feeling, he was the main prover. He has proved the remedy. One prover he dropped at night at 10 o'clock. She was staying at Borivali. So Dr. Shankaran himself gave her the lift, and this was the first time he felt it is my duty to protect them at night. They cannot go alone. As if it is our duty to protect. We are like a policeman. This is the main feeling of Nickelum. Lot to do with the duty, lot to do with your role, lot to do with lot of ego. Palladium also has lot of ego. Platina has also lot of ego. Next, column 11. Structure 10 is perfect. Column 11 has to maintain. Very, very important is time to time there is a threat. For example, Sachin, he was the best cricketer for a long time. Moment he was leveled as number 1 cricketer, he has to maintain his position. So column 11 are more performer than column 10 because they have to maintain. The key word is maintain. For example, aurum, gold, silver, they are more industrious than the previous one. Gold is more industrious than platina. Silver is more industrious than palladium. Cuprum is more industrious than nickelum. And lot to do with time to time attack. Time to time there is a threat. You have to do a great performance to maintain your structure. This is column 11. Again, I repeat, the key word is maintain. Zinc, constant threat, very, very restless. Always there is a threat. The key word is as if any time thief can break your house and you are alert. So all the time there is a constant threat that is in zinc, cadmium and mercury. The main feeling of mercury is you are surrounded by enemies. The rubric is delusion surrounded by enemies. Always you have to be on guard, you have to be alert. Whereas in cuprum it is spasmodic, time to time attack. In zinc, cadmium, mercury, it is a constant threat that you are surrounded by enemy. In column 13, very, very interesting. I have cured so many cases, including cancer, in few cases. Here the main feeling is structure is redundant. A very bad eczema case, chronic eczema, came to me, a gentleman around 45. He said, Doctor, now all the young members in my office are expert in IT. They are expert in computer. I am an old person not knowing much about computer. So I feel I am become obsolete. I am becoming redundant. Once upon a time I was on limelight, but now I feel I will lose my job. I am the sole earner. Family is very important. My children's education is very important. But I am becoming like an useless, obsolete, redundant. This is the main feeling of gallium, indium, and Ti is, for example, thallium. Gallium, indium, thallium, the main feeling is redundant. Structure is under severe attack and superhuman effort to maintain it. The main feeling is structure is redundant, but still person can do something, but it is very, very redundant. This is the main feeling of column 13, and they speak a lot about their olden days. Once upon a time, I used to do a lot, but now I feel useless. I remember I had a very beautiful case of rheumatoid arthritis where the lady had lot of feature of family, money, health, but main feeling is, doctor, if I can't use my hands, if I can't do my work because of the rheumatoid arthritis, my family will abandon me. I am in a joint family. My husband is very strict. I feel I am very useless. I feel I will be thrown out of the family like a redundant, like a useless chair. I will be thrown out. And she did fantastically well with gallium. No rubrics, but from this concept, row fourth, but it is neither calcarea nor kali nor manganese, but a strong feeling of redundant. This is gallium, indium, and thallium with the main feature of column 13. In column 14, marked feature of weakness, germanium, stannum, plumbum. This column, all the three element in column 14, the vertical column, profound weakness. The germanium main feeling is, I am losing the structure. Thief has already entered. I have to push him out. How much I can protect anymore? Like a cancer patient will say, Doctor, I know my disease is cancer. I know it is incurable. But with chemo, with homeopathy, with radiation, how long I can live, doctor? I know I will not be cured. But can I save my organs further? Can I prevent my metastasis? This is the feeling of column 14. How much more you can prevent? With sandwiched feeling, delusion, misunderstood, very strong feeling of isolation, forsaken feeling. I had a strong, very beautiful case of a germanium, maybe 20 years ago. From every angle, case appeared to be pulsatilla. With weeping alone, forsaken feeling, soft, etc. But the crux of the case was, she alone lady fighting with her in-laws. She was never complaining it to her parents, because parents will feel bad after marriage what is happening. She was not telling it to anyone, and she was feeling, my husband doesn't love me, okay, but at least my children will have father. At least I can save my children's father feeling. And she fought it all alone secretly, with lot of anxiety about family, anxiety about health, anxiety about children, anxiety about family, desire for ice cream. These are all germanium rubric. With that, fear of losing self-control, hiding emotion. It is very close to arsenic and cancer miasm. How much more I can save in the family matter. This is the main feeling of germanium. With main feeling, fear of abandon, fear of unloved, forsaken feeling, fear as if you are in a prison, etc., etc. Delusion, you are in a jail, is the main one of the rubric of germanium. Next column is column 15. Structure is breaking further. You want to depend on someone, but there is no one. You are all alone. This is the main feeling of arsenic. In Kali, you have someone to depend, family members. In arsenic, you want to depend, but there is no one. You feel forsaken. You feel whatever money you are having, people are taking away. The rubric delusion. Insects and vermins are below bed and they are eating your property, eating your things, eating your money. This is arsenic. Very fastidious, very suspicious, want support, but there is no one. Delusion, alone he is. Fear of alone he is. Fear of death. So this is the main feeling of arsenic, antimony and bismuth. It is like structure is eroded now. Little bit function still there, but structure is very much about to destroy. Very little structure. Structure is breaking, but little function is possible. This is column 15. In column 16, selenium, you remember, it is impotent, functionless. Structure becomes very, very, if you see in vital quest, the main feeling of selenium, structure has lost its utility completely. Feeling of loss of capacity, loss of energy, loss of ability. For example, in selenium, we will get feeling of selenium is that there is a complete loss of capability, loss of energy, loss of ability. Desire to protect has gone away, lost it completely. Indifference to surrounding, impotent. Prostration of mind, aversion to work, work fatigue, work impossible. According to Shankaran, premature senility, premature falling of hair, sexual weakness, weak memory, strong characteristic, perspiration profuse leaves a salty sediment, stiffens the linen, very strong rubric of selenium. Perspiration around the genital profuse, stains the linen yellow and has a bad odor. These are all characteristic symptoms of selenium, also applicable to tellurium, also applicable to polonium, where the main feeling is as if structure is impotent, loss of function. If we go to next, bromine, it is let down, disappointed, cheated. I want to break free. This financial matter, I want to break free from this structure with a main feeling of right and wrong, very strong feeling of guilt. And main feeling is of bromium is in a financial matter, disappointment, cheated. In chlorine, love, care, choice, affection, let down. I feel unloved, let down by my lover. In iodine, in creativity, doing something new, I feel betrayed, cheated, stabbed at the back. This is iodine. So bromine, being a halogen, structure is let down, disappointment, I want to break free. So these are column 17. If it is Calcarea line, cheated in financial matter. If it is iodine, creativity line, I am talking, just coming to that, I am betrayed, cheated in the creativity guidance line. Column 18, as I said before, it is the rare gas. Structure is complete. Neither you are losing nor you are gaining something wherever you are. For example, in krypton, the main feeling of the krypton will be whatever structure I am having at the area of finance, area of security, area of mass, it is no more bothering. I am neither looking for stability nor looking for creativity. I am very much content in my structure. Again, ADHD patient can require this remedy depending upon what language they are speaking. In our practice, we don't get so many cases of krypton argon, but mostly other features we get it very common, including arsenic, selenium, etc. Coming back to row 5, the main issues of the row 5 silver series is high performance. As I said before, in column 1, totally dependent on guidance. I can do homeopathy. If I get guidance, then only, but I'm totally dependent on my teacher. Next will be with the help of the teacher, I can do it. Strontium, if I get guidance, if I get mentor, it is a situation where first time in adolescence, you have to do something on your own. So, the main features of the silver line is doing something new, creativity, appreciation, high performance, awards, doing something different so that people will appreciate. Lot to do with mentor, teacher, guidance, guru, something like a father figure, something like a teacher. Guidance, knowledge is the main feature. The constellation of the words to confirm silver series will be performance, awards, appreciation, need to do different, lot to do with creativity, lot to do with something different, and high level of performance you can make out is silver series. So as I said, from 1 to 18, same is applicable for silver series. If I randomly take, say for example, silver, I want to maintain I am the best speaker, so I must work very hard. People must appreciate me. I got lot of awards. I have silver color car which people appreciates, and lot to do with the voice. Silver affinity is voice. If you see silver metallicum, the main feeling of the silver metallicum is very much concerned about the vocal cords, speech, etc. Similarly, stannum will be where there is an area of guidance, area of creativity, area of performance. You are losing the structure. You have to maintain little bit what you have. You need to preserve, and you feel lot of weakness. Structure is very weak. This is the feeling of stannum in the area of creativity, area of appreciation, area of performance, etc. Next row is gold series. People will talk about responsibility and leadership. The CEO, very, very important. I want to be the leader of the company so that I take decisions, I take power. As we go from left to right, structure will develop further and further, but leadership is very important. For example, barium, the main filling, column 2, I can take responsibility, I can be leader, but it is too much for me. I need to depend upon someone. The main rubric of barium is delusion, legs are cut off. I feel small. I feel handicapped. Delusion, handicapped he is. It is too much for me to take the responsibility, but I can imagine one day I can become a leader, I can become managing director, but just now I feel very small. That way, structure develops from left to right. For example, in osmium, this is below iron. It is very tough opposition for me to become leader, but I will take lot of responsibility. I will work hard. I will work hard against the difficulty. I will take lot of challenges. I will prove, and whenever there is a tough resistance, I will become more tough. I will fight for the justice. I will fight, but I will be leader. This is the feeling of osmium. Next column is column 7, that is, row 7. This is the radioactive elements, radium, actinium. Below actinium, this lanthanum series. Lanthanum series comes under row 6. Actinium series comes under row 7. These are all under column 3. If you see actinium, these are all radioactive substance. Uranium, radium, plutonium, neptunium. These are all very, very important remedy which can produce cancer. These are all radioactive substance. And the main feeling of the row 4 is, it is too much for me to hold the structure. I have developed so many things. I have first I was existing, I got separated, I have choice, I have my own flat, I developed creativity, I developed 2 flat, 3 flat, 4 flat, I become CEO of one company, I had my own company, I started one, I started in another state, I started in another country, I developed so many another features. Now it is too much for me to hold the structure. Mass is converting into energy. Structure is breaking. I need to do lot of holding the structure. The main feeling is mass is converting into energy. It has to do with old age, cancer. I have proved uranium nitrate where the main feature is huge responsibility for family. It is too difficult to hold the structure. Structure is breaking. It can be creative, it can be destructive. It is something like in Indian philosophy, a Banaprastha, where a person at old age, after achieving everything, wants to go to Himalaya and wants to release his structure. No more he is holding anymore. He wants to do meditation. He wants to have less attachment. He wants to have detachment. And the main feeling is mass is converting into energy and a huge power. I have a cancer cases of many saints where they are not only thinking of leadership but universal helping. I want to help the whole mankind. Benevolence is beyond leadership. This is row 7. I want to help the mankind. I want to do good for the all human beings. This is the language of the row 7. On a separate day, if I meet you again, I will speak about lanthanides and actinides. It is a huge topic. There are many things. I have proved dysprosium also, I have proved uranium nitrate also. Today this is not the, it will be too much confusing if just now I speak about lanthanide and actinides. But you just remember, after lanthanum in row 6, there are these elements are situated, and after actinium in row 7, these elements are situated. They have got very special features, but this is about row 7. So with this, I think more or less we have finished about the periodic table. Always take the case up to deepest level. Try to understand the main experience in difficult situation. Always your case should be supported by rubrics. Always it should be supported by the materia medica. But if you have this feeling, very easily you can separate one remedy from the another. If you get a structure where child is saying too much dependent on a mother or father figure, very naive, very simple, and structure is telling too much dependent on someone with some failure in love, you will never give that case radium brome. You will always think of either beryllium or magnesium because atomic number is too less. I think with this background, today we finish here. If any difficulty, doubt, be in touch. You can write to Sneha. We'll reply all your questions, and in future we'll be in touch. I think in a nutshell, I tried to explain what are the columns, what are the rows, and in future we'll explain further. Spontaneously, if there are 1 or 2 questions, you can ask me if you have time. I have some time, but I know 2:30 was the time. Just now, if you have got some question, you can ask me spontaneously. Anyone? Anyone has any question? Bhattras, any question? Have we connected? Yeah. Any question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I think it was too much
Yeah.
in a very short span of time.
Yeah.
We would require some time to read it very nicely, very properly.
Yeah.
And then if questions arise, sir, I will, from my side and my team side, we will definitely put it into mail to Dr. Sneha as well as to you, so that,
If you
I
want,
felt that, was wonderful, sir. It was wonderful.
Any book if you want to read, you read Structure, Dr. Shankaran's Structure. It will be very interesting, very easy. Structure. There are 2 volumes by Dr. Shankaran. It will be very lively, and after my session, if you read that book, everything you will get it there. Just read Structure if you really want to develop it. And in our practice, it is
Sure.
so useful. Sneha, will you summarize in 2 minutes? If add something, if I missed something, you can add in 2 minutes, Sneha.
No, sir, not that I can think of at this point. You almost covered everything
Camera घुमा दूँ.
in general.
Hmm.
Not that I can think of right now, sir. You almost covered everything in general. But if you need to read more about the specifics of each remedy, Structure is the book to refer to, at least if you have the basic idea of what row and what column you are looking at. And then if you want to differentiate it further, you always have softwares like Vital Quest at your hand. You have books like Structure. You also have Dr. Shankaran's Schema, which will give you the key words in short, but of course it won't help you distinguish the whole remedy. For details, you naturally have to revert back to a detailed reference like Structure.
Okay, thank you so much. Best wishes to all of you, and don't hesitate to ask any difficulties. We'll do our best to help you. Thank you so much.